ทางไหน
จ้ะ You're gonna keep safe for it.
Hey guys, so I'll narrate throughout the rest of this journey, because now I'm sitting at home and I'm reflecting back on how this journey was for me, driving this car and so on. So the first thing that I noted when I get into this car, not when I saw it, I looked at it and I was like, this is one of the most beautiful looking cars, especially from the front, because from the back I don't necessarily like it that much. It really reminds me of the Renault Kwid, and also the Datsun Go. So because they are coming from more or less the same platform, but this one has been raised a bit, obviously, to make it a cross. So when I got into this car for driving now, I was just thinking functional. That's the word that kept coming over and over, because I don't think Nissan intended to make this car to be a premium vehicle of whatever sort, but they wanted to balance in between you getting a functional vehicle that you can drive every day, and also should you decide then to take your family along on any journey, whether long or short, you will be able to do that. I think that is what they wanted to do with this, and for that, I think they're spot on. So, looking at everything that you get in here, when you get into this car, the sitting position, the steering wheel, the way the dash is reflecting at you, everything. Maybe it's because of my size as well. It was fitting so well that I'm thinking you can drive this car every day without a doubt. This is not a car that you'll be keeping in your garage like for the whole weekend, that you're driving it over the weekend because you have a small car. Thinking about it, this is a small car, by the way, so it's just one of those. So now, when I was driving it, I think the drawback for me immediately when I came in was that I felt like the armrest is quite low. So that's the part that is not functional for me, at least. And then when I then started being on the road, I started figuring out that actually this is a small car, because you get a lot of road noise from the tires as well as the wind noise. It's not like you getting something that is just so premium that you won't be hearing the bumps and the wind noise and so on. You're getting that, but it is really expected at this price range. On the day that I test drove this car, it was very windy, and that's the other part that maybe I'll forgive this car for. And now when you're looking at the screen, I remember the way I commended Kia for putting the screen high up, because I like the screens that are sitting a bit high up so that you don't look down whenever you need to do something. And in this day and age, we're doing a lot of things on the screen. With the car coming with Android Auto and CarPlay, you'll be looking at the screen more often than not, because then you try maybe to navigate or to do whatever you need to do on the screen, basically. So that's another thing that's a bit, But otherwise, looking at the CVT, I expected a lot worse from it, but this 1 liter is actually performing well. It feels like it's working harder than the natural aspirated 1.5 that I drove in the Kia. but at the same time it feels punchier. You know, when you're pulling from wherever you stopped, or you're pulling from trying to overtake and so on, it feels more punchier than that gear. And the car overall, I expected worse from this CVT, honestly, but I was okay with it because I expected it to be droning throughout the way, but it was not making that noise. Like, it's making it only when you're trying to like pull it like hard, but once you get to high speeds like 120 and above, then it settles down. Then it feels like any other car that you can, you know, like with a bigger engine, as much as I'm not talking about the 2 liters and so on, but a bigger engine than a 1 liter. So that's where it settles down and it drives well. I don't really have much more complaints about that because I think it achieves what it's trying to achieve. So the direct competition for this car, according to me, is the Sonet, the Kia Sonet, the Toyota Urban Cruiser / obviously Suzuki Vitara Brezza. So those cars, looking at them, it's like they sat down, like the guys from these manufacturers, and they said, this is how we're going to price these cars, because they're so equally matched. You know, even with the safety standards and so on, it's like it's the same thing. I haven't looked at the NCAP rating and so on, but they come with 2 airbags. It's just like almost the same thing. So what's going to stand out, it's going to be, you know, with Toyota, the brand is already talking for them. When you go to Kia, you know, you're going to be looking at the warranties and so on. But that's where this car then it's going to be coming in as well, because when you're looking at the tech that it gives, I feel that it's more, not that I feel, it's more than what you're getting with the competitors, because in this car you get like around view monitors, you get cruise control with speed limiter, something that I love so much because I don't like it like always balancing the foot. Yeah, I don't like that. But with speed limiter, you can just put your foot down, the car will just do the limiting. I like that part as well. And then you get wireless charging, you know, LED everywhere. I mean, in front, everything is LED. So it's where I feel like it's winning when it comes to the extra tech that you get in this class. Then comes the warranty. Of course, Nissan is giving you like 6-year warranty. That is the highest compared to the other two. Kia is giving you a bit less, which is like 5 years, and Toyota is giving you much less, which is 3 years. So now, where then it's maybe an issue, people, you know, sometimes they weigh the service plan more than the warranty. And you know, this car comes with a 3-year 30,000. I feel like it's too tight, because I mean, you don't necessarily drive 10,000 per year. You might be driving more, but because of the pandemic, you know, it might work out over the next 2 or 3 years, so you never know. But overall, I think in this segment, like I said, when I was looking at the Kia, I was thinking, you know what, in this segment, at the end of the day, the win is going to be the service more than anything else, because these products are more or less equally matched. You know, as much as there is differences in tech and so on, people can still sacrifice and still say, no, I like this brand, I like that one. Brand preference is going to play a role, but I think the after service is going to play a very big role when it comes to this segment, because how people are treating you at the dealership, everything that you're getting besides the product itself is still going to help you a lot to decide. So for now, I think that's going to be like a big player in terms of you making a decision. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you. I'm out.